Hi guys, good morning. Today is 11th of November and it's Monday. I just finished uploading my Monday podcast to my Patreons, which is something that I love doing. We call it Bianca Flicks. And it's quite funny to do it, actually. I have lots of fun recording these videos. And today is also a very special day for me here because it's a pattern release day in my Patreon community. And the pattern that they received, let me show you, is this cute Eeyore. I love it so much. I am crocheting the entire Winnie the Pooh collection. Not the entire Winnie the Pooh because I won't have time to do all the characters that I wanted. I already crocheted Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. And Tigger is still in the process. It's like 80% done. And now I released Eeyore, which is super cute. I love it so much. Look at his tail. I don't know if you can see it. I hope my camera focus. It's so cute. So I just released this pattern to my wonderful patrons. And I was updating them on a couple of things, some of the behind the scenes of the business and the crochet life. I am designing a pattern. Well, I started designing a pattern for a call that I was invited, which I'm super excited to do. And I had this nice idea. I am not the best at drawing, but every time I design a new pattern, I do some sketches. It helps my brain to process all the shapes that I want for the amigurumi. And let me show it to you. I have it here. Actually, this notebook is so beautiful. I love it. Although it has my old logo. It has here my old logo and Crocheting by Bianca, which is me. I had this logo since I first started my business in 2019. It's been a long time, guys, that I'm in this journey. And then I wanted a couple of changes and I had my logo renewed, I would say, last year. Yeah, last year. It's been 1.5 years or 2 years, I guess. I'm not so sure that I have another logo, but I still have the notebook and I really love it. And when I had this notebook done, I asked it to do this. I love those kind of inspirational quotes. I don't know, sometimes it seems silly, but whenever I'm feeling a bit down or things are not working exactly the way I wanted, I look at these things and they usually help me, like, dream big, work hard, and make it happen. So I like it. So as I was saying, I did my first sketch for this amigurumi. It will be a doll. And I had this nice idea, but yesterday I worked for 5 or 6 hours trying to create the pattern and I didn't like it. I started with the feet and I tried it like 3 different times. I didn't like the result. I looked at my drawings and I was like, okay, I know what I want. Things were not working exactly the way that I had in my mind. So I stopped with the feet and then I started crocheting the hair of the doll. And well, I didn't like it either. Oh my god. And first of all, I was so confused, like choosing the colors. It was one of those days that I shouldn't be crocheting actually, because things were not working exactly the way that I wanted. And that is one of the behind the scenes process that I wanted to share in this kind of vlog videos. So sometimes we are creating one pattern and you have an idea of what you want, or you draw some sketches of it, and when the moment you take the crochet hook and the yarn, things work exactly as you planned. But that's not always the case, unfortunately. And this is what happened to me yesterday. This is part of the behind the scenes process that I think they're interesting to share. Creating is not that easy. It's not that simple. There are lots of things and mental processes involved. It goes beyond the knowledge of crochet and shapes. It involves your mood, your state of mind, your creativity that day, how tired or excited you are to do it. So at least for me, there are lots of things involved in this creation process. And well, as I said, I crocheted for like 5 or 6 hours. I didn't like it. I frogged the entire project. I was not happy with it, and at the end of the night I was kind of frustrated because it didn't work exactly as I planned. And I have a deadline. I never missed a deadline in my life. I am kind of crazy with it. Since I was young, in school, university, at work, or here with my business, I never missed a deadline. I am super crazy with deadlines. So for this amigurumi that I am stuck, I have a deadline for it. So I need to work on this project this month in November. Otherwise, I won't have another time to do it. But it will work. I am pretty confident that I will make it work. I keep looking at my drawings and I will improve my drawings, think about some other shapes that I want, and I'll make it work during this week. I will keep you updated in this process as well, because that's usually how it happens. I have a very good example for you. This amigurumi, my white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, is one of my favorite amigurumi ever. I love this amigurumi from the bottom of my heart. This is one of my favorites. And when I crocheted it, just the head, I crocheted 5 times. And I frogged this project so many times until I got to like the perfect shape, the perfect size. The eyes didn't match the size of the head, so I had to do it again. So I planned everything in very, very detailed. So until I got to this exact result here. And now he's one of my favorite. And I have his tiny glasses here to make it even cuter. Oops. I love it. I love it. But some things are very interesting because with this amigurumi, the part that I struggled the most was the shape of the head. And it looks simple. It looks like, come on, why did you struggle? Usually because we have something planned and we want to make it work. We want to transport the idea that is in our minds to the yarn and to the crochet hook. That's why sometimes it takes a while. But some things like the clock that lots of people complimented me like, oh my god, this idea is genius. How did you do that? I had the idea. I took the yarn and the crochet hook and I crocheted it like in, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It worked like this. It was super fast. So it does not depend on the complexity. Sometimes it just works. And that's it. I think I already spoke too much. I will go back to work. I still have to upload a couple of things here for my Patreon community and go back to my sketch, try to improve it, and work on it before going to university because I still have to go to school today. And that's it. Hi everyone, good morning. I just made my cup of tea to start chatting with you in today's crochet vlog. Today's 13th of November, Wednesday. I always check the calendar because otherwise I forget. We get so immersed in our duties that we forget which day of the week it is. I don't know if you're just like me with that one, but that's usually how it happens. I always got lost in dates and things like that. But yesterday I finished crocheting one amigurumi that will be a bonus pattern for my Patreon community. The pattern that I crocheted is this one. I have to fasten off. I forgot to do it. Look how cute it is. This is the rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. You all know that I'm crocheting Winnie the Pooh collection. I'm doing the whole collection right now, and I'm looking at the amigurumi there. I crocheted Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, Piglet. Tigger is here. I still have to assemble all the parts and take photos, step-by-step photos and videos to finish it, but it's almost done, and the PDF is almost done as well. But I also wanted to have just the head of the amigurumi because this project, of course, I want the whole amigurumi finished, but I also wanted to give people more possibilities with this pattern. And one of the ideas that I had was to crochet just the head of each of the amigurumi from Winnie the Pooh and decorate my Christmas tree with them. And it will look super cute. My Christmas tree is already settled in my living room, but I will remove Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, all the Christmas characters to put Winnie the Pooh collection, and you'll see how cute it will get. And other possibilities that can also be done with this pattern is like the baby bite with this wooden piece here. Sorry that I forgot the name of this, but I crocheted like this thing as an example, and we can sew the head of the amigurumi to it, and it can become like a baby bite. Or you can also decorate cribs with these heads. For example, here I have Winnie the Pooh, I have the head of Piglet, I also have Tigger. I have to be honest, Tigger is my favorite, and Eeyore is there. I didn't have I couldn't hold more amigurumi in my hands, but Eeyore is my husband's favorite, and it's super cute, but Tigger is my favorite by far. And I wanted to give people like a bonus pattern if someone purchases just the heads to make this kind of cribs decoration or baby bite or decorate Christmas tree, for example. I wanted to have a bonus thing in that pack, and that's why I crocheted the rabbit. If I had more time, I have to be honest, if I had more time, I would crochet the heffalump and the kangaroo. But to be honest, I don't have enough time. Today is already November, and I want this to be ready for Christmas. Although this is not a Christmas themed collection, I want it to be ready for Christmas, and I'm running out of time. I did so many things for Christmas. I did a whole plushie collection. I made a video just to talk about this plushie collection that I crocheted, and I already have so many Christmas related stuff in my shop. I wanted to diversify it a little bit. But anyways, next month I'll be traveling to spend Christmas with my family. It has been more than 1.5 years that I don't see my family. I don't want to get emotional in this video. Oh God, I don't want to be emotional talking about it. Okay, this is not an easy topic. Anyways, I will visit my family for Christmas next month, which I'm super excited. I'm excited to see them, to see my friends, and to eat some of my Brazilian food and go to my favorite cafe and eat this piece of cake that I love so much. So there are so many things that I want to do in a very short amount of time that of course I won't have time to crochet. And I usually don't give myself a break. Just so you know, I started the business. I started crocheting for amigurumi. It's been more than 10 years. I always mention it here, but if you're new here in the channel, maybe this is the first time you're listening to me talking about it. But nevertheless, my business has almost 5 or 6 years. I think 5 years. It's been quite a while already. And for 3 or 4 years, I didn't give myself a break. I was working like crazy. because I wanted to make this as my main job. So that's why I was focusing so much and putting all my energy in it. So I do believe I deserve some rest. It's not even a 1 month rest. It will be like, I don't know, 15 days. But I do deserve it because while I am managing the business, you know, I'm also working on my master thesis. It's already 9:30 in the morning, and just so you know, in like 10 or 15 minutes, I have to go to university because I have classes at 10. But that's it. These are my updates. As I said, I finished crocheting the rabbit and I also added the pattern. I just have to take the photos of this one, the final photos, and my tiger amigurumi is here. Ooh, I don't want to lose the parts, all his parts, but it's all here and I have to assemble everything. And this is the part that I procrastinate a little bit, and it's not because I don't want to sew or anything like that. It's because the content that I create with this is kind of difficult for me. I usually like to make a video of me assembling all the parts together, and it usually takes like 2 hours for me to make the video, this assembly video, and I don't like it that much. I mean, I like the result. I really like how the video ends up. I'm usually really proud of it in the end, but the whole process, sometimes it's exhausting. And that's it. These are the updates. I really have to go now. It's 9:35 and I only have 5 minutes to finish my tea, dress up and go to university. We'll come back on Friday, hopefully, with the photos taken and this amigurumi assembled so I can update you. And that's it. Let's get back to work. Hi guys, good morning. Today's Friday, 15th of November, and just so you know, today is a holiday in Brazil, just out of curiosity, because today is the proclamation of Republic Day in Brazil. And well, I always remember important dates, although I don't celebrate them anymore because I am here. So for me, it's just a normal day that I will work and study. My husband already went to work and I'm here at home because I work from home. And also I have a lot to do on my master thesis, but we can talk about that later. While I was working, I looked outside the window and I saw that it was going to be a sunny day. And suddenly the day was very bright, very sunny. And I was like, that's my goal. I have to take photos. I'm always talking about it here because you know how challenging it is to take good photos when the weather is not good outside. So whenever there is a bright day, you have to take that opportunity and take good photos. So I spent 4 hours taking photos. Yeah, I had a lot of things to photo shoot, but I am glad that I finished. And actually, the amigurumi that I want to show you is not here. So I will start talking about a couple of things that I worked yesterday here in the living room because I'm already settled here in my couch. And then I will go to my room, to my office. It's funny to say that. And it sounds fancy, which is not at all. But then I can show you the amigurumi that I finished doing yesterday, and I am super happy with how it turned out. But I'm working, I shared with you during this week that I'm working on a doll for a collab that I was invited to participate. I still cannot share with you what is the call about, or the theme, or which doll I'm creating. But just so you know, it will be super cute and the call will be amazing. Whenever it's closer to the start of this project, I will let you know here on YouTube, on my newsletter. So I remember that I shared with you the drawings that I did, and I crocheted the amigurumi a couple of times and I was not satisfied. To be honest, just the feet and the legs, I crocheted more than 8 times already. And then I was like, okay, let me pause because whenever I am crocheting for a long time, the same project, I start to feel a bit discouraged and demotivated to keep going. I don't feel like it's going to work. You know, I'm stuck and it's not going to work. So I have to pause. I go back to my notebook, work on the sketches a little bit, or sometimes I just pause. It's funny. It's really funny. Sometimes I'm like this. I lay down on the couch, I close my eyes, and I start thinking. And then my husband is like, "Are you okay? Are you feeling well?" Yeah, I am. I am just thinking about the design that I want. Because the thing is, I don't know how to draw very well. I really wish I had like a tablet in which I could draw whatever I am thinking and choose different colors, test different colors. I think it's super nice and fancy as well. But I don't have a tablet and I don't have the skills. I would love to have one and start drawing. Again, out of curiosity, when I was a kid, I used to draw a lot and I was good at it. Kids usually draw a lot, but I always enjoy different crafts. I used to draw, I tried embroidery, and when I was a kid / teenager, I used to embroider hand towels and I used to sell them. Yeah, since I was a kid, I had an art business, and I remember that I taught my cousins how to embroider hand towels, and I coordinated the business. I was like, yeah, we are going to sell for this price. You're responsible for selling to these people, and I'm responsible for selling for these people. And our buyers were just the family because we were kids. But I loved doing that, and I tried artistic calligraphy, which is something that I love doing. For a long time in my life, I worked with artistic calligraphy, and well, I love different crafts. But I stopped drawing. And I'm telling you all this because I concentrated a little bit to try to understand why I didn't like the design that I was crocheting, the doll. And I realized that I was overcomplicating a couple of things. And just so you know, let me share something. These are all different legs that I kept with me. I told you that I crocheted the legs like 8 times or more, but I was crocheting and frogging, and then I was like, I will stop frogging. Because whenever I frog, I don't remember what I did before. And I usually don't like to waste yarn as well. I'm always sharing this. I'm conscious about money. I don't like to waste it. So I was like, okay, I crocheted this one, and then I cut the yarn. Then I crocheted this one, and I cut, and this one, and I cut. So now I have 3 different designs, different patterns that I am comparing with my drawings and also with what I want to design, what is in my mind, and I have an idea of what I want. I will frog these projects later so I can reuse the yarn. Of course, it won't be thrown away, but this is what I worked yesterday. And then I realized, where is it? That the head, which was something that I loved the shape that I created for this doll. I was super proud of it. You can see that it's still open. But the problem was that the head was not exactly what I drew in the paper and what was in my mind. But I liked the head so much that I forgot to compare with everything. I think I'm talking too much about it, but that's it. Now I started also to crochet a second head. So it's funny because I have 3 different body shapes and 2 heads and the drawing, but I am sure it's going in the right direction. Now I am pretty confident, and I hope to work on this doll during the weekend and finish it. Maybe in the next vlog, I will share with you the news that the doll is ready, and I am looking forward to telling you this because I need to start thinking about another project. I have another thing to work on, and I need to finish this doll as soon as possible. And I think that's it. So now let's go to the office so I can show you how Tigger from Winnie the Pooh turned out, because I told you I was going to share this one with you today. Okay, so now I'm back to my room with my cup of tea so I can continue chatting with you, and let me show you how the amigurumi turned out because I have them all here in my desk. This is Tiger. He is definitely my favorite. I am so excited. Guys, look how cute this is. I am so happy. I mean, look at this face. Oh my God, I am so happy. I don't know if you have this feeling whenever you crochet. I always had this feeling since my first amigurumi. After I crochet, I spend a couple of minutes like just admiring what I did. And it's nice, you know, we have this proud feeling. I really think crochet also helps with our self-esteem because we are proud of ourselves, of what we did. Whenever we learn something new, it really helps. There is a video here in the channel where I talk about all the benefits that crochet can bring to your lives, and something that I believe that it can be improved, and usually people don't talk about, is self-esteem. So this is Tiger, and I also made the legs articulated so you can move them. But I have Tiger, I have Winnie the Pooh. Let me put it here. I have Piglet and also Eeyore. And these, I hope you can see it. This is my Winnie the Pooh collection, which I'm super happy to have finished. I love how these characters turned out. I really hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. It was quite a busy week in the crochet business. Usually my weeks are very busy, and I don't say it just because I am studying and working on the business, because I do believe if I only had the crochet business to do, it's still a lot of work. It demands way more than people imagine. It's a lot. There's a lot of things to be done. Again, thank you so much for staying with me in this vlog. I think it turned out a little bit bigger than I thought, but again, I get excited chatting. And I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye bye.